All right, hello students. Welcome to Lesson 10, Section 3, where we're talking about graphs and we're talking about transforming graphs. What this is basically about is, if you remember that soccer ball illustration from the last lesson, that soccer ball path has this type of path to it, and there's all kinds of variations of that graph. I could have kicked the ball starting at a different place on the field. I could have been at a different elevation on Earth when I kicked the ball. I could have kicked it more straight up so it would be more narrow, its path. Or I could have really kicked it hard and it would have went far and its path or its arc would have been very, very wide. So to take into account all of the possibilities of the path of a soccer ball, I'd have to use what's called the transformation of a function. Now, this is very, very important because a lot of things in life are modeled using mathematical functions. One would be a parabolic dish related to communications. You may not realize how much of the communications that you see and experience every day are related to a parabolic dish. So these are things that are really very important. Now, we'll go through a little bit about the lesson. I'll give you some advice at the end and you'll be on your way. Okay, so here we go. We are, the title of our tasks, transformation of graphs. We have our organizer, which does a very good job of explaining we need to do horizontal, vertical, compression. We need to do reflection. We need to understand how the formulas or the expression of a function are related to transformations. So keep that in mind. You have your assignment. I really do like the reading. It's very well done. And you have your problems. Now, students, I want to say, I may or may not have mentioned this to you before, but if you're doing less than you want to do on the quizzes and then the tests are kind of hurting you, that's probably an indication that you haven't really mastered the material. And just breezing through a lesson and not doing problems, that's probably the source of that. So what would be the cure of that? If I'm breezing through and not doing problems and scoring bad, if I score good, let's go back and work some more problems. Does that make any sense? Here's another lesson about transformation of functions. I like the way that is explained. And again, I may have said this before, but Khan Academy can get it done. And he does a good job with that. And of course, here you have your quiz 10.3. So be sure to go through that, and I will review that and make sure that things are working. Now notice it starts at June 24th and ends at June 30th. I am considering changing these times to 11:59 at night. That way there's no confusion about the afternoon, but I'm going to have to work on that and get that done. That is the gist of this lesson, but I want to give you some advice before you leave. And so what I want to say is take time to read the material. We're all busy. Get where you can focus and spend time. Let the math in. It's like an aroma, of cookies. Okay, let the math in. Breathe it in. And your mission is concept acquisition. It's like you're trying to capture a satellite out in space, and you have acquisition. You have it. You got it. You're bringing it in. It's part of you. And so the same thing is true with mathematics. Get that concept acquisition. I believe you know from reading your post or the post of others, you know what that means. So it's different for different people. Some people have to watch a video 5 times. Some people have to do 5 problems. So there are different paths, but the same thing is a goal. You're acquiring the concept, which is very, very important. Now, the study of mathematics helps you think. Now, maybe I should just say that generally. It helps you think through things. It gives you some intellectual abilities that you didn't have. It clarifies. what is a concept versus what is not a concept. It actually helps you be a good learner. So that's a good thing. Also, you may work for a while and just get tired. Your brain may hurt. My advice to you is take a break. Do something else. Sometimes it helps to listen to music or go for a walk or just go to your job. And the thing about that is when you're taking a break, that information is working on your mind. And you'll find that when you come back to it, you'll have a different sense of understanding. And then perhaps that can help you have an improved score. So keep these things in mind. The word mathematics comes from the Greek word mathematikos, which means to listen, to learn, and to pay attention. That makes sense in our study. So best wishes on this 10.3, and let's get it done.